In today's slop, Joe Rogan finally talks about the UFC White House event. You know, the same event that he was dreading heading into it. This man was petrified for months, dude. He was an anxious potato. An anxious potato.
All my fears of the weather getting in the way of the fights were null. It didn't mean anything. And then there was this long sort of ceremonial thing where they had jets fly over and, you know, they played music and all this different stuff. So by the time we got to the actual fights, dark out, perfect. The weather was perfect. So that wasn't an issue at all. And it was just the magnitude of the event. I know people saw it on television and it looked insane.
Yeah.
But the magnitude of the event being there live. So there's the event that's taking place on the lawn of the White House, and that has 4,000 plus people.
The main event.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the actual UFC. So there's a bunch of military guys that are standing up in the back. There's like 1,000 of those, and there's 3,000 plus that are seated. All these people are seated. But then behind that, not that far, like 100 yards, 200 yards, whatever it is. I guess it's more than that. Maybe 300 yards. There's the ellipse. The ellipse has 85,000 people who got in for free. It was insane. It was insane. Just the magnitude of it was insane.
Unlike anything else you've ever done.
Beyond. I mean, I'm a hyperbolic individual, and I'm always like, this is the greatest, this is awesome. Like, that was the wildest experience that I've ever had in my 20 whatever years of calling combat sports. There's nothing even close. Nothing even close. It was the greatest night of fights of all time.
You know, I freaking knew he would do this. I knew it, bro. I don't know shit. But the switch up here is insane. It needs to be studied. I have made like 2 straight videos on this topic showing just how anxious this man was heading into this event. He was going back and forth like a pendulum. Here's a quick snippet.
I don't like it. It's DC and hot as fuck.
Then you add the light.
I'm going to be stuck sitting in that spot for 6 hours calling fights.
Yeah.
How are you going to stop the bugs? I just think it should be inside an air-conditioned arena. Build a roof. Like, you've got all the money in the world.
Do you like the concept of it or no?
I do not like it.
Americans, Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier.
It is such a scene. It's so surreal. It's so amazing. The energy is in the air. We're outside.
But now Rogan says that he was calm, cool, and collective at the event. Miss me with that. You know what I mean? He said jets were flying over. Yeah, and apparently all flights were paused around the regional area, which is freaking insane. But you hear his tone. Like, he sounds like he's in awe. You know, the magnitude of the event. He also said, yeah, man, this is the wildest experience in 20 years of my career. Right? Yeah, man. And I knew, not just screw me. You knew as well. We all knew that he would act like this after the event. It's like he doesn't know the internet exists. He doesn't know we got receipts. You know what I mean? He was incredibly anxious heading into this event. He was scared of a possible terrorist attack. He said it multiple times. Yeah, man, the Iran war. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Not a good idea. He was scared of the public backlash. He was also scared about the weather. You know, he was scared about the health implications for the fighters. And now he's like, yeah, man, you know, the wildest night of my life. Yeah, man. This man even refers to it as the greatest night of fighting or whatever the hell. I don't know what the fuck. Act like the World Star Hip Hop didn't exist. You know what I mean? Anyways, you know, he wanted this fight to be canceled. 2 days later, the switch up is insane. The switch up is glowing on his face. Shut the hell. A complete and utter hypocrite. Also, by the way, to his credit, I've never given Joe Rogan any sort of credit in this channel, and I never will. I never will. But I actually fact-checked him because I always fact-check him. I'm the Brown Jamie. He said that there were about 4,000 people in the White House lawn. Dude, it's true. It was reported. He also stated that there was about 85,000, or I think he said 80,000, that were near the White House lawn, which is factually correct. I don't know what to do with myself. Rogan has never been correct on this. Is it raining dumbbells outside, dude? What the fuck is going? What?
It's on the lawn of the White House, and it is one of the most watched sporting events in the history of the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what the total overall views are as of now, but I know that it was like well over, I think it was 150 million just by Monday.
Unbelievable.
Just by Monday. So that's like the night of, and then people that watched the replay that weren't there when the fight took place because they heard about it. But now between then and now we're dealing with Tuesday. Like it's probably another 50 or 60 million people have watched it.
And I bought Paramount Plus just to watch it.
So never mind. I stand corrected. This is one of the biggest lies to ever come out of Joe Rogan's alpha lips. He stated there were about 150 million viewers. Meanwhile, this was only streamed on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus only has about 79 million people on the platform. So like, even if everybody watched it on Paramount Plus, it still wouldn't equate to 150 million people. Like, what? Also, it was reported, like I showed you guys yesterday in my video, that it was only like about 7 million viewers that actually watched this event. 7 million. You know what I mean? The YouTube page actually only has 3.9 million viewers, you know? So like, where the hell is Joe Rogan getting this 150 million viewers? Like, this is not the Super Bowl. Rogan's mind defies logic, dude. Like, this man having the audacity to put the tag on this fight as, oh, one of the most watched sporting events of all time. When in reality, it wasn't even the most watched sporting event of the weekend. The Knicks Game 5, shout out to the New York Knicks, averaged around 20 million viewers. 20 million, that's damn near triple the amount that actually watched the UFC White House event. That's what I'm saying. Like, this man just barks out misinformation, bruh. He speaks in lies. You know what I mean? He is fluent in lies. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about Joe Rogan, the lying potato. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. I got more clips regarding his overall response or whatever from the UFC White House event. But I want to state this first because he never really addressed, actually he didn't address in his most recent pod that he dropped today regarding the controversy right now that he's currently finding himself in. This happened on Sunday at that stupid event. I showed it to you guys yesterday. I'm going to show it to you guys now. This is a disgusting video, but Rogan was a part of it.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
So like I'm saying, Rogan is sweeping this under the rug. And I said this in my previous video, but this right here is an accurate representation of Joe Rogan in 2026. This is the epitome of the Joe Rogan. He's over here just amplifying and giving voice to the most racist, divisive, bigoted figures in the media space today. He is causing more harm than good. Right now, he is polluting the young minds of young men in our country. He is sweeping this under the rug because he's a coward. He's ducking from, not even ducking from the fade, he's ducking from reality.
I want to know about the UFC fight at the White House, man.
To get away from super woo-woo for a second, it was insane.
Was the temperature make everything different?
It was perfect. No, the temperature was perfect. I was very concerned about that. I was really concerned that these guys are going to have to fight in the heat, but that was not an issue at all. It seemed like it was in the 70s, and it was the storm, like, miraculously just passed us. Like, there was all these weather warnings. At one point in time, the fight was supposed to start at 8 p.m., and at one point in time, one of the weather experts wanted us to start at 10:30. Yeah, because they were 10:30 at night, which would have been a disaster. 10:30 at night would have been a disaster because it's a 6-hour show.
Yeah,
you know, or close to it, whatever it is. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. I guess it was 5 hours, but somehow or another, the storm just almost went around the White House. I mean, I don't know.
Mysteriously.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's science or if that's consciousness. I don't know what steered the storm or if it's just random luck. It could have been all of the above.
I guarantee you, Trump went into the Oval Office and asked around, nuke the thunderstorm. Yeah. I mean, he's tried nuking things before. You know what I mean? With the hurricane. Hey, whenever you have a problem, just nuke it. That's his mindset. This man's long gone. Anyways, it's not about him. Screw him. There ended up being a 45-minute delay. And I guarantee you, in those 45 minutes, Joe Rogan was praying to the high heavens. He wanted this to be canceled. I am willing to die on that camp. And you know why? It's because he wanted to be right. He wanted to be proven right. He wanted to come on his pod the very next day and said, yeah, man, I told you so. His ego won't ever admit when he's wrong, which is why he always lies and fabricates these scenarios. He's an egomaniac. That is it. This is why Joe Rogan has stooped so low in recent memory. And lastly, him continuously saying that this is one of the greatest fights of all time, dude, that's disrespectful. That is really disrespectful to the previous greats, the previous fights that defined a generation. You know what I mean? In the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Nobody watched this fucking dumbass fight. Nobody cared. Nobody tuned in. Nobody. Just 7 million viewers. I guarantee you, of those 7 million viewers, half of them was like bots.
It was amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool.
It was fucking amazing.
Wish I was there.
Oh my God. I talked a bunch of people into going that didn't want to, like Shane Gillis was thinking about not going. I'm like, bro, you gotta go. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a once ever thing. Not a once in a lifetime. Once in anybody's lifetime. It's never happened before. It's probably never gonna happen again.
Probably not.
No. Like,
Yeah.
That's something you have to see and experience.
Yeah.
And it's so many people are trying to make it a partisan thing. Like they're mad at people for being there. Like, oh, you support Trump. Like it's a fucking fight at the White House. Doesn't mean you endorse foreign policy. Like, shut the fuck up. Just
That's
please.
too much.
Just please stop. And again, it's this thing, the ego thing, where people are they just want so badly. And on both sides, for sure. You know, the right celebrates this as a win for masculinity and patriotism and all these different things. Like, okay, settle down. Everybody settle down.
Yeah.
We should all be together. And, I mean, one of the things that I wanted to do when we went to the White House to try to push through psychedelics for therapy for veterans and people, you know, first responders, people struggling with PTSD, is you need to take these steps to give people a path to change their mind. And I think that's the title of Michael Pollan's book, and it's a great way to describe it. Change your mind.
Yeah.
Like, change your whole perspective. And there's no better way to change your whole perspective than a complete dissolving of your ego momentarily. Just at least for a while, just lock it all away, push it out, and then you get a chance to see what it actually is doing.
This clip right here was infuriating, to say the least. He says, like, straightforward, this is an ego thing. Then immediately tells people to shut the fuck up when it comes to any sort of criticism regarding this event. You see, he contradicts himself in every single sentence. You know, also, I want to point this out because I feel like not that many people are talking about this. This is the type of friend that Joe Rogan is. He clearly didn't want to go to this event. We all know this. I'll show you the clips. So what did he do? He dragged his friend along to this event that he knew himself was going to receive public backlash. And also there were going to be weather implications. Like he knew in his head, it was cemented this was going to be a dud. And yet he still brings his friend along to this event. What an asshole. You see, if you're a true friend, you would have warned any one of your buds who are planning going to this event. You'd have been like, hey man, I heard it's going to rain. Hey man, you know, don't do it. There's safety implications. It's going to be, you know, humidity. It's not going to be good. But instead, he lies to his own friend and eggs him on and actually gets him to go. And with all of that in mind, Shane Gillis was actually asked about the Michelle Obama dumbass remark that dumbass fighter said. Shane Gillis was put on the spot for Joe Rogan and his actions. Listen to this.
What do you think of Josh Hossett's joke?
Can you please?
What do you think of him saying Michelle Obama's a man?
I didn't love that.
Didn't love it? How come?
Why did you think?
A lot of people have said the opposite. That's why
I don't like that. Trump's job.
Rogan put his own friend in the situation. That's not a true friend. That is not. We've seen Joe Rogan with Theo Vaughn a couple months ago, you know, basically telling Theo Vaughn, who was having a panic attack live on air, you need to get off your antidepressants. Yeah, you know what I mean? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Rogan also states that just because you're there, it doesn't mean you're endorsing the person or endorsing Trump, basically, in this matter. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? That's all it means, dude. Actions speak louder than words. You being there right now, when Trump right now is tanking in the polls, you know, it basically means that you're approving and you're being complicit in his actions. As a matter of fact, many artists even dropped out of this event because they knew it was a shtick. They knew it was to celebrate Trump's birthday and not America's 250th birthday. And mainly because they didn't want to be intertwined or correlated with this admin right here. You know, the same admin right now who has us in this war, the most historically opposed war in U.S. history. So yeah, fuck Rogan. You know, like he is such, as I'm saying, self-centered, egomaniac, narcissistic asshole, bringing your own friend here when you yourself didn't want to go. Lastly, Rogan talks about ego. basically saying you need to dissolve your ego. Good Lord, dude. I really can't. The hypocrisy there is just, steaming out of that sentence, man. Whoever listens to Joe Rogan in 2026, you are dissolving your brain. That's all I'm going to say, dude. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Peace, y'all.